The coniferous forest is in need of help and you can help us out. But first we will give you some details about the coniferous forest and why the coniferous forest should be helped. The coniferous forest contains one of the oldest and tallest trees. The coniferous forest is home to plants and animals and even microbes. The temperatures in the winter can range from -40 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. In the summer, temperature is 10 degrees Celsius on average. The amount of rainfall it gets on average is 20 inches each year. Examples of plants in the coniferous forest are pine, spruce, and fir trees. Animals of the coniferous forest include elk, owls, bears, and etc. A microbe that can be found in the coniferous forest using a microscope is bacteria. Decomposers of the coniferous forest includes fungi and soil worms. The coniferous forest needs to be protected from forest fires that can damage or even wipe out the forest. A forest fire is an uncontrolled fire occurring in nature. While some animals can survive through forest fires, others, such as small and young animals, aren't able to escape the fires to seek shelter, thus reducing the population. For young trees, the fires may leave them damaged, while the older trees don't get affected by the forest fires due to their thick bark, giving them protection against the flames. Because the coniferous forest only gets about 20 inches of rain each year, the growth of the population is limited. This is because plants and trees need enough water to carry out photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process in which plants convert the sun's energy and water into food. Without water, animals wouldn't be able to function, and all the chemical reactions in their bodies wouldn't be able to take place without water as a base. In the food web, it shows the producers as conifer trees, shrubs, and moss. The primary consumers, rabbits, voles, shrews, moose, reindeer, caribou, and deer, eat the producers to gain energy. Primary consumers are also known as herbivores, which are organisms that only eat plants. Secondary consumers, as shown, eat the primary consumers. As the web is higher, the less energy the animal gets, since the energy is being distributed. The tertiary consumers would then eat the secondary consumers and get the energy needed to survive and reproduce. Many types of relationships, such as predator/prey, commensalism, mutualism, and parasitism. Predator/prey is when an organism eats another organism and the organism that is getting eaten. An example would be owl catching a mouse. The owl is the predator and the mouse is the prey. Commensalism is when one organism is benefiting from the other without harming or benefiting the other organism. An example would be an owl using the tree as shelter, but the tree is not harmed. Mutualism is when both organisms are benefiting from each other. An example would be algae absorbing water and other nutrients with help of small pieces of fungi. Algae provides fungi with the products needed to perform photosynthesis. Parasitism is when one organism is benefiting from the organism and the other organism is getting harmed by this. Example would be a tick living on a deer sucking its blood, causing a disease or death to the deer. Last but not least, coexistence is when two living things live close to another at the same time. An example would be two plants growing next to each other at the same time. Humans also impact coniferous forests both negative and positive ways. Negative way humans impact the coniferous forest is the hunting and trapping of animals, thus reducing the population of the coniferous forest. This causes an unbalance for the coniferous forest. Another way humans negatively impact the coniferous forest is by the construction of roads caused species to separate from their feeding grounds, migration routes, as well as their breeding opportunities. As a result, there is a decrease in the gene pool variation. Though humans can also impact the coniferous forest in positive ways as well. One way would be reforestation. which is replanting forests that have been destroyed or damaged due to the forest fires with trees. The Coniferous Forest deserves the Certified Protected Wildlife Area designation due to the building of businesses and homes. This causes soil erosion, which results in less fertile soil left for the growth of plants. The animals living there lose the area in which they live in. The more trees cut down, the lower the amount of water vapor able to return to the atmosphere, thus reducing the amount of rainfall. To help out, you can donate money to our Save the Conifers Foundation.